Hello, my name is David Robertson, and this is another one of the educational videos from artistblacksmith.com. Today I'm going to be talking about 3 different types of hold downs, and these are a very useful tool that you can use in the shop, especially if you're a one-person shop. The first one is a bicycle chain with a foot pedal that creates a step that you step onto. And the second one is a spring hold down, and this gets tapped into the anvil. It's a very simple tool. And the third one, a little bit more complicated but quite useful, is what I call a mushroom cap hold down. And we'll go through the use of each one of them. The mushroom cap hold down is a bar of, in this case, 3/4 round with a dished cup on the top, and this goes through the anvil, either the Pritchel hole or the Hardy hole, and then there's a hole in the bottom of the bar and there's a foot pedal that clips into the hole. The bicycle chain is just a loop of bicycle chain and then a Z-shaped foot pedal, and you loop it into the bicycle chain and you step on it, and this holds your work down. The spring hold down is a piece of mild steel or high carbon steel. The bicycle chain is the simplest one to make. You simply buy a bicycle chain and create that Z-shaped foot pedal. Now you can see the disadvantage right away. You have to pick it up with your fingers and slide your bar underneath. So if you have a short straight bar like this, it's not a big issue. But if you have a longer bar or it's got a very complex curve in it, something like that, then you will have trouble getting it underneath the bicycle chain. The bicycle chain will conform to just about any shape, and you just increase your pressure on it with your foot, and that will hold it down. The mushroom cap is a little bit more effective. The disc at the top has been domed shaped or dished out, and that allows it to grab onto the bar better. Now it's on my anvil, it's limited on the height that I can actually go up because of the thickness of the tail of the anvil. If you have a square tail anvil and you're using it in the Hardy hole, you should be able to work up to perhaps even a 2-inch thick bar underneath it. I max out at about 1.5 inches with this one. And it's simply just dished, circle dished, a large washer would work, and then it's welded onto the round bar, and the round bar has a hole drilled in the bottom where you can see again the Z-shaped foot pedal fits in. And it just is a tapered point, and it just slides into the hole. This one's very easy to get into. You don't have any restriction on either side. You could shape it like a foot, but this way I find works well. I can work off of either side of the mushroom cap. Of course, this also means you have to have your anvil set up so that you can get your Z foot all the way down to the bottom. So that means a very narrow stump that your anvil is sitting on. If you have a very wide base for it or a very wide foot of your anvil, you'll have trouble using one of these hold downs. Hold downs are used anytime that you need a third pair of hands, just to hold something in position. If I was working on a very long bar and I needed to hold in position, I'd have a support at the end, and then I would hold it down with one of these 3 hold downs where I was actually doing the work. A little bit awkward, but certainly for a one-person shop it'll work fine. These can be all made out of mild steel. You don't have to spend the time and the cost of the tool steel. The spring hold down will work a little bit better if it is tool steel. This is using the bicycle chain with, again, the Z-shaped foot pedal. It's just like a big S-hook. And it doesn't work as well on my double horn anvils because the more pressure I apply, the more it wants to slide off the tail of the anvil. But on the London patterns or the square tail anvils, it works very well. It'll conform to whatever shape, round or square, that you have underneath it. Now the spring hold down you've seen me use in other videos. It's one of my favorite. and you will have to custom fit it to your anvil, but essentially this one is just a round bar that's been flattened out on the end, and then the foot portion of it is curved a bit, and that's the key. Otherwise it slides around too much. And you tap it straight down to lock it in position. You can see me tapping it there. And then to release it, you tap on the back side, just like that. And if it is made right, it should lock very securely into your anvil. And again, you can use it in the hardy hole or the pritchel hole. Some pritchel holes are quite small. In that case, your only option is to use the hardy hole. My pritchel hole is about 3/4 of an inch, so I can use it in either one. And it's a handy tool. It doesn't take up a lot of space, whereas the other two take up a little bit more space. The bicycle chain again, just simply over the square-tailed anvil. Another view of the mushroom cap. You can see how it clamps down on the bar, and then the spring hold down as well. Thank you for watching this video. You can get more information about blacksmithing at my website, artistblacksmith.com. You can also sign up for a free monthly newsletter, and you can also view my articles and tips and techniques on blacksmithing. There's lots of information at the site, so feel free to check it out. Thanks again, and we'll see you next month.